Second, you're delusional or making things up. For the sake of serious discussion, let's set this possibility aside. Third, you may have seen something I wrote on a different road line. That would mean that 10 years ago, you existed on a different road line than the one we're on now. However, that raises another issue. When the road line changes, the entire timeline is reconstructed from past to future in order to prevent the paradox from occurring. That was proven in 2036. In other words, it should be impossible for you to retain memories of a previous road line. Unless you two are a time traveler, that is. Do you have any idea what the case could be? Yeah, so once again, in this third possibility, he's thinking of the timeline reconstruction. But that is true. If we're talking about a timeline reconstruction in order to prevent the paradox, like Rintaro's memories should have been altered as well. So we're kind of basically going with the idea that, okay, if Rintaro does something in the first timeline, or row line in this case, then he would go into a different row line. But it's not necessarily that that second row line already existed. It's something that has been created at that point based on the first row line but reconstructed. So it's not necessarily that the first row line is reconstructed. Rintaro goes into the second row line, but a row line that is reconstructed based on the first row line by changing everything to fit with what Rintaro has done. So I guess that could be, yeah, that's what he's trying to say over here. The problem is that Rintaro has retained memories of the previous row line. It kind of depends. What causes the divergence? That's the question that I still don't get up until this point. Because we don't know. Like, what is it that Rintaro did that made him diverge the row line? I gulp. A flash runs from my head like an electric shock. There's quite a bit of text, but what catches my eye are the first several lines.
そうか。今、点が線でつながろうとしているぞ。何の話?
My ear looks at me curiously, but I don't have time to answer her. I'm frantically assembling the pieces in my mind.
John Titor, Cell, Time Machine.
These things are all connected, and now I have another piece of the puzzle. I shiver at my own brilliance.
ダルよ。もしかするとそのプログラムの正体、判明するかもしれんぞ。
え、マジで？どうやって？
I aim my phone's camera at the screen displaying the supposedly bugged data and take a picture. I attach it to a message. Does this code look familiar? And send it to Tyler. A mysterious database inside CERN. A program unlike anything Super Hakadaru has ever seen. Its true form is...
俺のひらめきが正しければ、ジョン・タイターが知っている。
はあ？それはないわ。
なんとでも言うがいい。答えはすぐに出る。
We wait for Tyler's reply. Though it's only been a few minutes, it feels like an eternity to me.
来た。
Alright. That's written in a proprietary IBM programming language used prior to 1975. You can only decipher it with an IBM 5100. Okay, so Rintaro has connected the dots. Yeah, I gotta say, Rintaro, you are a smart cookie. It's just that it's nice that you managed to connect the dots like easily, like quickly. Otherwise, you still would have been on the idea of selling the IBM 5100 for a really high price, like you said last time. I quickly opened mail. and its contents are enough to raise goosebumps from my entire body.
やはりな。
やはりって？
だるよ。俺の予想は正しかった。判明したぞ。そのプログラムの正体が。
IBN5100。
That's right. Daru, Mayuri, be prepared. We are going on an adventure to find the IBN 5100. That retro PC has a certain special function. In fact, for more than 25 years after you went to market in 1975, nobody knew of it save a few IBM engineers. That function was first brought to light by the John Titor who appeared in 2000. A while after Titor posted about it, an actual IBM engineer admitted to the hidden function's existence. Which reminds me, I talked to Suzuha about this only yesterday.
AP エリアベーシックが普及する前に書かれた IBN の独自のプログラミング言語も解読できちゃうのってさ、驚愕だと思わない？今や IBN5100 でしか解読できない失われたプログラミング言語があったりするんだよ。
What an incredible coincidence! A prime example of synchronicity at work. A meaningful coincidence. Simultaneity. The feeling that two casually unrelated events have a meaningful deterministic relationship. For example, a vase fell and shattered, and at the same time my grandmother died in the hospital. Nearly everyone has felt synchronicity at some point in their lives. A concept advocated by Swiss psychologist Carl Jung. 1875-1961. It's almost like an almighty will is pulling the strings.
いいな。断じていいなだ。我らにとってこの発見はまさに必然。これこそがシュタインズゲートの選択だということだ。
Again, I don't understand what you're talking about when you say Steins Gate. What is that?
つまりセルンは IBN5100 を使ってこのデータベースを構築したって？互換性のないマシンを使って？なんでそんなわけわからんことを？
ならば聞くが、外部からのクラッキングに対する最高のセキュリティ方法は何だ？
そりゃスタンドアローンだろ。
Daro quickly catches on to the intent of my question. A computer that is not connected to any other computer or network. In computer terminology, actions including illegal access to networked systems and data tampering, often confused with hacking, but hacking originally means the constructive study of software. Cracking, on the other hand, is a malicious act. Oh. Can't say that I ever thought about like the differences between the two. I almost never hear the word cracking. Well, except for cracking games and such. I guess that's one way.
IBN5100 でしか解読できないなら、それは疑似的なスタンドアローンってわけか。
ゆえに、そこに眠るのはセルンにとって最重要の機密だということだ。
つか、オカリンはなんでその隠された機能のこと知ってるん？ソースは？
俺の頭の中に眠る膨大なインデックスに記述されている。とでも言っておこう。
Tyler said it himself 10 years ago. But Daro wouldn't believe me even if I told him the truth.
パクリ設定オツ。
I ignored Daro's retort.
マユリ、大事な話があるから集まれ。
ここからでも聞こえるよ。
Mayuri is suing. She doesn't get off the sofa.
聞こえるとか聞こえないとかの問題ではないのだ。これは我ら未来ガジェット研究所にとって、いや人類の未来にとって運命を左右する会議なのだよ。だからもっとこう秘密めいた感じというか企んでいる感じを出したい。
It's important that we stare closely at the monitor and exchange dramatic lines. The atmosphere right now is too light. It's all Mayuri's fault.
マユシーは悪巧みには参加しません。
Well, I can't have everything my way.
二人とも聞け。これより未来ガジェット研究所は緊急極秘作戦を発動させる。これは世界を影から操る巨大な闇との戦いの第一歩となるだろう。敵はセルン、世界的な研究機関でありながら邪悪な研究に見られた連中である。
オカリン、声でけえ。徹夜明けにはきついっす。
Yeah, I mean, Suzuha can hear it from like below us, and we have the window open as well. Like again. Crap, I guess I am being too loud. That kind of ruins the whole secret feeling. And the window's open too. If Suzuha is down below, I'm sure she can hear everything. So I turn it down a notch.
いいか。世界にマッドサイエンティストは2人いらん。奴らに先んじられる前に我らが出し抜いてやるのだ。
奴らって？
奴らは奴らだ。
The evil organization. Yep, we're going down that road again, folks.
あのね、マユシーは全然わかんないよ。
And you cannot look at me with those shifty eyes of like pity and, you know, like worry, like, oh god, this guy is going crazy again. We are talking about an evil organization. I know it.
つまりこの秋葉のどこかにあるという幻のレトロ PC IBN5100 を手に入れる。
I make a magnificent declaration, but Daro just rubs his eyes, and Mayuri returns to her needlework. Damn it, is there anything you guys react to? We've uncovered a massive conspiracy here! How come you aren't excited?
僕探すのはパス。マジで寝させてよ。それとセルンの中をもっと探りたい件について。
そうだったな。まあそれができるのはダルだけなのだからそっちは任せる。では IBN5100 の捜索は俺とマユリで。
無理だよ。
Mayuri makes an apologetic face.
コス作りもあるし、バイトもあるもん。
So basically, you two are telling me this. I'm the only one with free time.
いいだろう。この件は俺が何とかする。そうと決まった以上、俺のやり方に口出しは無用だ。わかったな。
Maybe a little too much free time.
また何か悪いことしようとしてる？
いや、口だけじゃね。
I leave my useless comrades behind and stride gallantly out of the lab. Alright, well, I step out onto the street. Immediately, a bicycle hits to a stop in front of me. I've heard the news, and I've heard you loudly from, like, the window up there again.
Hi, Okabe Rintaro.
Hi there. Suzuha gets off her bicycle and gives me a strange greeting. I want to ask her, are you an American or something? But I am distracted by her shiny bicycle. It's the same bicycle that was in front of the Brown Tube workshop yesterday. I guess it belongs to her. I wonder how much that set her back. I mean, it does look pretty expensive.
なかなかのテクだな。
自転車ってほんと楽しいよね。私、自転車乗るのってこの町に来てからが初めてでさ。
Well, let me guess. You were listening like under the window, but then you realized that Rintaro would come out, and then you were like, oh shit, and then you just round around the corner, and then just ride with your bike, just to impress Rintaro? Okay.
初めて自転車に？
Wait, what?
そう、バイクはよく乗ってたんだけどね。
Oh my. Isn't that backwards? Weird girl. And what's with that flashy braking back there? I think it'd be pretty dangerous if she did that all through the town. Beginners get cocky and get into accidents. You see that pattern all the time. Yeah, I won't be surprised if she did like one of those Akira slide things, like moments. Like in the movie. I mean, you see a lot of that references in media in general. In fact, I won't be surprised that because of that movie, some people with their motorbikes have tried that in real life and failed miserably and got into accidents and such because of this. I won't be surprised if such cases were reported. If you're going to go full speed, at least wear a helmet. Oh, don't you talk to me about the helmets. In fact, yeah, you really should wear like a helmet as well. I don't care how much experience you have. I know a certain other girl who went biking, who, by the way, had a similar voice to yours, who got into a car accident because she got too careless with her bicycle. So don't even get me started. The Brown Tube Workshop's shutters are open, but the shop itself never opens until around 11 or 12. I don't know exactly when. It seems to change with Mr. Brown's mood. Yes, you and me, we're going on an adventure to find the IBN 5100.
これから開店準備しなきゃいけないんだよね。
このオンボロブラウン管屋に何を準備することがある？
ないね、全く。店の前をチャラチャラっと掃き掃除するぐらい。中は掃除しようとすると店長が怒るし、これが完璧な配置なんだよって。
So he's paying her to not clean? Something's wrong with that guy.
ならば話をさせてもらおう。
Yeah, because apparently dust also needs to be in its right place. Do not touch the dust, woman!
でもな、眠いしな。
In other words, she doesn't feel like talking. I glare at her.
あまり俺を怒らせない方がいい。
今すぐじゃないとダメな感じ？
My glare is not very effective. She doesn't falter at all. She has quite a lot more power than we thought, Rintaro. But I still maintain my stern expression and nod.
じゃあどうぞ。
Suzuha shrugs her shoulders as she locks her bicycle. Then she turns to me.
ただし、手短に頼むよ。
IBN 5100はどこにある？
不明。
不明？何？
不明。
Oh.
昨日のお前の口ぶりは知っているように見えた。
知ってるのは私の知り合いだってば。
ならば、その知り合いのところへ案内してもらおう。嫌だとは言わせん。拒否すれば、お前はこの世の地獄を見ることになる。
無理。
Come on! I even said I'd show you a living hell! It sounded pretty cool, didn't it?
会いたくても会えないからさ。
どういう意味だ？まさか想像上の存在か。
死んだから。何年も前に。
Oh.
すまなかった。
いいのいいの。まあそんなわけで私の持ってる情報そんなに大したことないわけ。むしろ私の方が教えてもらいたいぐらいだよ。
Alright, well, let me guess. I'm gonna make like a prediction right over here. This person that has passed a while ago means something very special to you, and you're trying to find the IBN 5100 on their behalf. I won't be surprised. Suzuha pats me on the shoulders. Funny, you'd think I'm the one who was supposed to cheer her up. And just then, Mr. Brown opens the door and makes his appearance.
おいバイト、まだ3日目なのに遅刻してんじゃねえ。
ああ店長、ごめん、ちょっと朝から立て込んでてさ。
Yeah, she was too busy doing the Akira like a slide. Alright, let's see. Alright, another one from Faris. Doth thou desire chaos? Yeah? Okay, I know when operating. Okay, what was it that we sent to her? Cause I forgot. What are you scheming? Okay, I think I remember. Alright, whatever.
真面目にやらねえならいつでもクビにするからな。岡部もうちのバイトに手つけようとしてんじゃねえぞ。
I guess everybody is being secretive around here. Like Faris is scheming her own things and she doesn't want to tell us, at least not yet. Suzuha right over here is being secretive as well. What are you scheming?
欲情しているのはあなたではないのかミスター・ブラウン。
おめえ、もしナエがいる前でそういうこと言ってみろ。マジで殺すからな。父親としての沽券に関わる。そもそもそんなしょんべんくせえガキに欲情なんかするかよ。
何を？店長、今の取り消して。
Damn. Suzuha is actually mad now.
なんだよ。怒ったのか。
私はガキじゃない。一人前の戦士だよ。
あ？お前何言ってんだ
？Suzuha's burning passion has the manager shocked. I, on the other hand, am impressed. On impulse, I take Suzuha's hand and grasp it firm.
いい目をしているな、バイト戦士。現代人にはない野獣さながらのギラギラした輝きがある。その目を忘れるな。そうすればお前は必ずやバイト戦士から真の戦士へとクラスチェンジできるだろ
う。っていうか、私はもう戦士なんだってば。
セルンとのラグナロックの暁には共に戦おうではないか。それまで精進するがいい。
Oh boy, Ragnarok, eh? In Norse mythology, the final war of the gods. Twilight of the gods.
ラグナロック
Suzuha looks confused.
何それ？
セルンとの最終決戦だ。
そんなの起きる予定があんの？あるならぜひ参加するけど、聞いたことないな。
Yes.
当たり前だ。今初めて明かしたのだからな。ラグナロックは俺が起こす。世界を作り変えるためにだ。
おー、岡部倫太郎ってば勇ましいじゃん。どうせ失敗するだろうけど、その心意気は好きだよ。私の仲間も君ぐらい気概があればよかったんだけどな。
Apparently, Suzuha has comrades. I'd like her to introduce me. That way I can form my personal army, the Phoenix Crusaders. Wait a second. Why does she assume I'll fail at Ragnarok? I mean, look at you, dude. Looks like I need to instill the fear of Oh Inkyoma into this girl.
なんでうちの店の周りには変なやつばっか集まってくんだよ、ったく。アルバイト、いいからさっさと店に入れ。
じゃあね、岡部倫太郎。
Alright. Suzuha waves and winks at me as she heads inside the store.
おかり、待って待って。
Hmm? Then Mayuri comes down the stairs, passing Suzuha.
やはり一緒に探す気になったか。いいラボメン精神だ。
あ、違うよ。お昼ご飯を買ってこようかと思って。
だ。
She really is a glutton. It's not even lunchtime yet.
で、どこで買うつもりだ？
どうしようかな。
Mayuri places her finger on her bottom lip in thought as she walks.
サンボの牛丼もいいな。
This tiny high school girl truly has guts to enter Sambo alone. That place isn't like the chain restaurants with their colorful menus and brightly lit interiors. First-timers are often cowed by the old school atmosphere. What is that word? I don't know. Actually, you know what? Let me search that. I'm taking extra seconds out of the video right over here. I'm sorry, folks, but I'm just gonna leave this in. Cowed meaning or code. Cow. Cause someone to submit to one's wishes by intimidation. Okay, intimidated, I assume. Cowed. Cow. 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 Okay, let's continue. Plus, the clientele is almost exclusively male. But Mayuri doesn't care. She just sits there, shoulder to shoulder with students and salarymen, smiling as she eats her beef bowl. Oh boy. Meanwhile, the Sambists, regular Samba customers, are posting comments online like, "The goddess has arrived," or "The goddess for the win." Are they talking about Mayuri?
だがサンボはこの時間だとまだ開店していないぞ。
Oh, the adventures that Mayuri gets herself in without her realizing. I tried to warn her, but Mayuri is no longer there. Mayuri. She's gone. Mayuri disappears like this every so often. And each time she does, I wonder for one terrible second if she really has vanished from the road. Yeah, I mean, let's be real. If you're talking about what we discussed before, Rintaro has disappeared from... I mean, maybe not. I would say that he disappeared from the previous world line and appeared in this one, but we might have left like the other Rintaro like behind. It's mostly a matter of consciousness transferring from one Rintaro to another. I look around and see Mayuri standing at a distance. She's gazing up at the sky for the buildings. Ah, here we go again. She's stopped in the middle of the street, so the pedestrians look at her, wondering what she's doing. But she doesn't notice their stares. She slowly reaches out to the sky, as if entranced. And then she freezes in that position. And this is one of Mayuri's habits. I call it Stardust Handshake. Like the first moments in a romantic anime. Like the boy sees the girl for the first time in the distance, looking into the sky with her hand in the air. And then we cut to like the boy's daily life, like sometime in the future or in the past, kind of depends on the sequence of events. Mayuri says that she's liked looking at the night sky ever since she was little. Night? Is it night right now? I can tell because of the background. Her reason is romantic, or perhaps childish.
星に届かないかなって思って。
When I asked her about it one day, she just smiled and gave that answer. At first she only reached out to the night sky, but lately she's been doing it without regard to the time of day. Like now, even when she's walking and talking with someone, something inside her just seems to switch on. Honestly, it's a little crazy.
星なんて見えないだろう。
Okay, so it's not night. I woke up to Mayuri and called to her. She slowly lowers her hand with a blank smile on her face. I mean, obviously it's not light because... obviously it's not dark because... Braun just opened his shop.
あのね、お昼でもお星様はそこにあるんだよ。
I mean, duh.
哲学的なことを言うのは結構だが、道のど真ん中で立ち止まるのは危ないだろうが。
そうだね。そうそう。今、 空を見てて思ったんだけどね。マユシーは今日のお昼はラーメンにします。
My god. Like one day you're just gonna stop like in the middle of the street with your hand like in the air looking all alone, and then you're gonna get dragged by some mischievous guy like somewhere getting kidnapped. Except you are gonna be taking down the entire organization in a comedy of errors in similar fashion to like the Three Stooges or Mr. Magoo. Like without you realizing that you are in danger, and you're just gonna do your thing, like getting like the mischievous guys, like they'll take them down by random things, and then you're gonna come back home without realizing what you went through. How are ramen and stars even related? Mayue's mind works in mysterious ways. The inner machinations of her mind are an enigma. Or something like that. I know it said I searched for the IBN 5100, but I have no idea where to start. I spent about an hour in an internet cafe searching for information, but turned up nothing. I buy some mango juice with tapioca from a juice stand inside Yodobashi. I lose myself in thought as I drink it. This is delicious. But I have no time to bask in the deliciousness of this juice. I gotta think about where the IBM 5100 is. It's Saturday, so it's starting to get crowded in front of the station. Some maids are distributing leaflets to the people coming out. I know Daro's well acquainted with retro PCs, but is there anyone else? Oh yeah, Shining Finger was obsessed with the IBM 5100, wasn't she? I was gonna mention her. Even if she is annoying to you, Rintaro, she might be a good lead. I'm really reluctant to contact that male demon, though. But ultimately, my feelings are trivial. Ragnarok hangs in the balance. But I decide not to bother. I finish my drink and wander towards Chuodori. Oh. Is this, Yep, Shining Finger. Will you get back to me already? Moeka. It's like she can read my mind. I instinctively scan the area, searching for that gloomy woman in the crowd. No sign of her telling me. Oh. I guess I'll send her a reply. I don't know Shining Finger's phone number, so I'll just send her an email for the time being. In her email, I asked her to call and include my phone number. Now, I just have to wait for her response. And there it is. Okay. Well, that's a quick reply. But I asked her to call, so why did she reply by email? Does she not like phone calls? Wait, she wants it by email? You finally contacted me. I don't like talking on the phone, so let's exchange emails instead, please. Moeka. There's a lot to cover. I'd rather not have to type it all out. Story of my life, I guess. I need to find out her phone number. Give me your phone number, along with any information you have on the IBM 5100. And send. I look up after finishing my email and see a huge crowd of people in front of Radicon. I guess the satellite is still a big deal. The media presence hasn't died down since the day of the crash either. Radicon is still closed. And of course, the satellite is still there. Is nobody gonna try and get that out there? Get it out of there? I mean, granted, it's a difficult thing to do in the first place, but you think that there's like some cars slash cranes around here that are trying to grab that. Not for seconds pass before I get a reply. Oh. You know, I was wondering where you went. It's almost as if... You know, I did say that maybe John Tyler is Rintaro from the future, but I won't be surprised if it's Makisa Kurisu. I mean, she's American as well. And have you ever seen John Tyler and Makisa Kurisu in the same room? Texting? I don't think so. Right as I'm about to look down and read the email, I catch sight of a familiar face in the crowd.
Oh.
Okay, hold on a second. Oh, can we read? No, not yet.
助手か。ここで何をしている？
あのな、私がいつ助手になった？
The second that you've noticed that weird time-traveling experiment, just like the rest of us, now you have no choice. She looks like she'll snap at me. So to dampen her spirit, I go back to checking my email. What is wrong with this woman? I don't have anything. How about you? I don't know if I can believe her when she says that she has nothing. I don't know. I told her to tell me her phone number and she just ignored me. I mean, at least tell us why you're interested in the IBM 5100. Like, that's the kind of information that I would want first. And she doesn't even have any information. How useless can you be?
なんで私、あんたに睨まれてるわけ？
気にするな。イライラしているのはお前が原因ではない。
八つ当たりか。睨まないでよ。
お前だって以前、俺のことを何度も睨んだだろう。
それはあんたが変態行為を。いや、何も言うまい。
Another one? Tell me the Super Haka address. I want to snap my phone in half and throw it on the ground. What do you mean, tell me the Super Haka's address? You're making fun of me with that musical note. You're not getting anything from me. Anyway, why does she need to send me 2 short consecutive emails? I mean, she might as well just combine them into one. I mean, people nowadays do that sort of thing. Well, except, you know, it's DMing and, like, instant text messages and all that, not emails specifically, so... Like, some people, like, use emailing in similar fashion to DMs and such, so...
そんなに嫌なメールが来たの？
嫌というより常識外れなのだ。
I can't quite describe it in one word. Stop sending me all these short emails. I beg you, just gather your thoughts and send everything together. I feel a little satisfied after sending me an email. Whew. It's nice thinking of other people as idiots. I turn to Kuriso again.
それで、クリスティーナ、ここで何をしている？
せめて呼び名ぐらい統一してほしいわけだが、私が何してたって別にいいでしょ。
なんだ？何を拗ねている？
拗ねてない。ただ、できればあんたとはもう関わり合いになりたくなかっただけ。
何をバカな。お前はすでにラボメンなのだぞ。ラブの利益のために働いてもらわないと困る。
Also, silly games for someone like you who has just screamed and ran out of the lab as soon as you saw the experiment. You consider that a silly game? I don't think so. Well, she is only a temporary member. No, it's because she's a temporary member that we need to get as much out of her as we can.
好奇心に負けたあの時の自分を恨むわ。
Kurisu sighs and looks up at the satellite. We are not alone. Several other people are standing here and looking up. It's Akiba's latest tourist attraction.
人工衛星を見に来たのか？
まあね。信じられないと思わない？人工衛星って普通大気圏で燃え尽きるように軌道を計算して落とされるのに、あそこまで完全な形で残ってるなんて。
That's what I was saying, man. You'd think that you'd do like much more damage than that, but man, it's like right there. And that's to say nothing about a huge hole it punched in the building. A very small hole at that, if I'm to personally say so. Are satellites that durable?
そもそもあれはどこの人工衛星だったのだ？
まだ分かってないって。旧ソ連のものかもって噂だけど、ロシアは否定してる。 おかげで撤去しようにもできないらしい。
3 days have passed and it's still unknown. How interesting. And they're just leaving it there. I smell conspiracy.
そうか、あれも機関の差し金だったのだ。あの時ラジカンにいたこの俺を抹殺するためのな。
機関？何それ？
機関は機関だ。正式名称は別にあるが、その存在を知る者は全員イフの感情を込めて機関とだけ呼ぶ。世界を影から操る国家を超越した秘密機関であり、政治、経済、宗教、すべてを掌握しているのだ。
どう見ても陰謀論です。本当にあり。
What? Is that an embarrassing reference that you did there? This phrase is commonly used on the internet as a way of punctuating a statement. It originates from a story posted on Ad Channel, in which a man tries to pass his bodily fluids off as a popular soft drink. It was obviously... Thank you very much. Okay, why is it that you're referencing that specifically? Kurisu hangs her head and blushes for some reason. I knew it. You are perverted! You perverted woman!
どうかしたか？
どうもしてない。ほんとなんでもないから、それ以上追求したら叩くわよ。
Crazy girl. Pervy girl!
それより例の電話レンジはどうなった？
Caught you in 4K?
何をそんなに興奮しているのだ？ちなみに電話レンジではなく電話レンジ過去仮であって。
いいから答えなさい。どうなったの？
進展はない。実験を繰り返してみたが、今のところあの放電現象および過去へ遡るメールは一度も再現できていない。
そう。
Another email. Damn you, Shining Finger! I said not to send so many short emails, but she doesn't seem to get it. I mean, she only sent one email, I think, since last time that we replied. I can't handle this mail demon. Was I being annoying? I'm sorry. But I really need information on the IBM 5100. And you're the only lead I have right now. I'm relying on you, Okabe-kun. I swear I won't send any more short mails, so please don't abandon me. I need you to help me look for an IBM 5100. I promise to let you know as soon as I learn anything. So let's work together, okay? I mean, okay. To be fair, it could be like we're at that stage where something happened to somebody that she knows, similar to what I was discussing before about that idea that maybe Suzuha's like somebody that the Suzuha knew passed away and it had something to do with the IBM 5100, so she is interested in that as well. Similar case here. She heard the words IBM 5100 from somebody and it's very important in order to solve something, but she barely knows like anything, so I won't be surprised about that, to be quite honest. Rintaro looks like she's already thinking things. Hopefully I don't have to worry about any more email assaults.
ハロー。人と話してるときにメールしないでくれる？
Can you put some distance between you and Rintaro, you pervy girl?
そう言うな。メールマが改心したのだから、それについてきちんと評価してやらねばならない。
なんでそんなに偉そうなんだ。
その言葉そっくりそのまま返してやるぞ、クリスティーナ。
Okay, let's send a reply. Apology accepted. I'm looking for an IBM 5001 I agree that we should exchange information. I'll let you know when I have something. You don't need to reply to this mail. I typed that out and sent it.
メール交換は済んだ？ 法王院さん。
ほう、俺のマナーを覚えていたか。いかにも。我が名は法王院京馬だ。
皮肉で言ったのよ。
どこが皮肉なのだ？お前は俺の正しい名を呼んだ。何も間違いはない。助手としていい心がけだ。
岡部さんって頭おかしいでしょ。
俺は岡部ではない。
あんたと話すのって疲れる。
それで電話レンジカッコ仮の話だったな。お前はあの実験の後、タイムマシンなど嘘だなどと悲痛な叫びを上げていた。過去のトラウマでも思い出したか？
おいこら、勝手に私にトラウマ設定をつけるな。
そう、あれはまだ5歳の頃、クリスティーナはアーカンソー州の草原で雷に
撃たれとらんわ。5歳の頃はまだバリバリ日本在住よ。っていうかなんでアーカンソーなのよ。
のどかな風景を思い浮かべた時、最初に浮かんだ州の名はアーカンソーであり、次に浮かんだのがオレゴンだった。
そこはユタじゃない？相対的に見てユタの方がぽくない？
Why Utah?
では答えよクリスティーナ。なぜあの時嘘だと言った？
別に確信があって言ったわけじゃない。単に信じたくなかっただけってロジックよ。とんでも科学は小説や映画の中だけで十分だわ。
とんでも科学だと？何をバカな。
Fringe science?
お前もはっきり見たはずだ。メールが過去へと飛んだあの現象を、バナナが瞬間移動したその瞬間を。
見たけど何かの間違いのはず。あるいは私たちが都合のいい解釈をしてるだけ。 ATF で言わなかった？タイムマシンは今の技術では夢物語よ。ましてやあんたたちみたいなお遊びサークルが電話と電子レンジをくっつけただけのガラクタでタイムトラベルを起こせるわけがない。
I mean, I won't blame you. Sounds kind of ridiculous when I think about it.
だが実際に起きた。お前は自分自身の目で見たことを否定するのか？現実よりも理論こそが正しいというのか？ならば一生詭弁を弄して言葉遊びをしているがいい。
言葉遊びってどういうこと？
量子論など俺からしてみれば言葉遊びにしか見えないということだ。
ちょっとあんたね、現代物理学を否定する気？何様？
現象に対して素直になれ。起きたことが全てであり、起きていないこと、観測できていないことは全て仮説でしかない。
仮説を積み上げて理論が証明されたとき、それは本物になる。そうやって現代物理学は宇宙すべての真実を理解するの。
だが仮説が間違っている場合もある。かのアインシュタインでさえ間違えたことがあるのだ。
間違いかもしれないからやらないの？だったらあんたは一生あの小汚いビルに引きこもって王様を気取っていなさい。
Damn.
そんなことじゃ真実には絶対たどり着けない。失敗は成功のもとよ。
なるほど、いい反論だな。
Damn.
あくまで上から目線なのな。
ところでクリスティーナよ、俺は常々感じていた。物理学者には矛盾がある。
矛盾？
現実に起きていて誰もが知っているが未だ解明されておらず、物理学者も手をつけようとしない現象というものは確かに存在する。それについてはどう思う？
例を挙げてもらわないとわからない。
例えば幽霊。
オカルトかよ。
オカルトだからといって思考停止か？それはお前がたった今言ったことと矛盾するぞ。
そんなことじゃ真実には絶対たどり着けない。幽霊を見る人間は確かに存在する。映像としても証拠が存在している。にもかかわらず、なぜ他の仮説をこねくり回し続けていられるのだ。
先行が違うわ。
解明されていない現象に先行もクソもあるまい。
そうだけど。
というわけで、過去へメールを送る現象もきちんと検証すべきだ。助手も力を貸すがいい。
嫌よ。
Kurisa gives me a clear-cut answer. Yeah, okay. Both are right. Just a clash of ideas. Because what happened to Rintaro did actually happen. Like, in the lab and all that. Unless we're talking in a fictional sense that, oh, it didn't actually happen, it was an illusion, like doubting narration and all that stuff, but no, as far as we're concerned, it did actually happen, so we gotta question that. Physics, like the physics that we know are the truth, what we research, until proven otherwise, in which case new truths are to be made, so along with our usual glare. So the genius girl really does hate me.
私はとんでも科学には手は出さない。父と同じ失敗は犯さない。
父？
あんたの考えは口だけは立派だけど、学会じゃ通用しない。タイムトラベル理論を研究してるなんて言った日には干されるのがオチよ。
なぜそう言い切れる？
私の父がそうだった。
Kurisu grimaces.
物理学者の父はタイムマシンが大好きだった。ウェールズのタイムマシンに魅了されて本気で研究していたわ。でもそれにこだわりすぎたせいで学会からは追放に近い扱いを受けた。そんな父を見てきたから私はタイムトラベル研究には関わりたくないの。
Damn. Okay. So, it's not as if you studied time travel for the sake of furthering that area of research. It's more specifically that you're trying to deny like time travel to make people not do like any research into it like whatsoever, to warn people so that in your eyes they won't do the same mistake as your father. That's why you did that conference at the ATF. Not necessarily that you are presenting with the problems of time travel, but also with maybe some possibilities of how it could work if we find like solutions in the future. No, you're completely denying it. Damn. This time, her sheer force of will gives me a pause. I think she's really pissed. So I guess that's why it's not necessarily that she'll be all, oh, what happened in the Rintaro's lab? I'm pretty curious. Time machines. No, but she left and screamed, no, that's impossible. That's stupid. It didn't actually. It's not time machines and all that, and she completely denies it because she doesn't want it to be true. I may have stepped on a landmine here. What do I do? If I get her any angrier, she might seriously hit me. Alright, well, let's calm her down a little. Yeah, let's do that. But what should I say?
ごめん。感情的になって。
She apologizes first. Christine's calm character saves me.
はあ気にすることはない。今のはお前の資質を試すためあえて怒らせたのだからな。
とにかく電話レンジはタイムマシンなんかじゃない。メールの送受信は人の手で作られたシステムなんだから、そのシステムの範囲内で現象を説明できるはず。
助手の考えは分かった。そこまでタイムマシンを嫌っているとはな。
お前の反応はアレルギーに近い。無理にラボ面に誘って迷惑をかけたな。もう二度と来なくていい。
言われなくても来ない。
だがこれだけは伝えておく。クリスティーナよ。
クリスティーナって言うな。
ラボ面ナンバー004は永久欠番としておく。この番号はずっとお前のものだ。
I finish my speech and turn my back to Kurisu. I won't look back. I walk away slowly with my eyes closed. It's kind of hard to walk like this. Hope I don't bump into anyone. Oh, for the sake of dramatism. Wait, am I even walking straight?
何かっこつけてんのよ。
The price that you have to pay in order to look cool in society, I guess. My shoulder is suddenly pulled from behind. I brace myself so I don't fall backwards.
何をする。俺によるささやかな演出。後腐れのない別れのシーンを台無しにするとは。貴様それでも俺の助手か。
だから助手じゃないと言ったろうが。それにこっちにはまだ話があんのよ。
Damn it, her stubbornness has already returned.
この前は聞けなかったけど、私が刺されたってあんた言ってたわよね。それについての説明を要請する。
Ah, yes. The other real-life phenomenon that has yet to be explained.
あれは俺が見た幻だ。
Eh? Let's just leave it at that for now. Says the person that truly believes that everything that happened is real. Now you're saying that it's fake. It's just a hallucination.
なんであんたの夢に私が出てくるの？
そんなことは知らん。それと夢ではなく幻だ。
ドクター中鉢がどうとか言ってたけど、それは？
あの日ラジカンでドクター中鉢がタイムマシンの発表会をしていた。
発表会は中止になった。人工衛星が落ちたから。
そういうことになっているようだな。だが俺が見た幻では無事開催された。俺はそれをマユリと一緒に見に行ってお前に声をかけられたのだ。
私はナンパなんてしない。ましてやあんたみたいなバカに声はかけない。
だから幻だったと言っているだろう。いや、あるいは幻なのはこちらの世界なのかもな。だとしたら電話レンジカッコ仮の謎も解決だ。幻ならば物理法則を無視したことも起こりうる。
現実逃避？意外とチキンね。
Oh boy, we're a virtual world. Can we just not go down that road?
仮説を提示したのだよ。物理学者お得意のな。
それで私は誰に刺されたの？もしかしてあんた？
I recall the sight of Kurisu collapse in a puddle of blood. It sends shivers down my spine. Was I really just a hallucination? It was too real. I can clearly remember the smell of blood.
俺が駆けつけた時にはすでにお前は血まみれで倒れていた。犯人は見なかった。
わからないな。なんで私が幻でとはいえ殺されなくちゃいけないのよ。恨みでもあるの？
全くない。その時点では俺とお前は一度だけ話したことがある程度のただの通りすがりの他人だった。
Well, that one time we talked was during the events I imagined. So strictly speaking, at that point in time, all I knew about her was what I read in a magazine.
とにかく接点などほとんどなかった。故に俺はお前の死体を見た後119番に通報することなくその場を後にしたのだ。